Chi-Chi is probably one of the best all-around athletes I've ever had at Walsh Jesuit. Every day in practice, she was able to thrive and get better each day. She could cover the court like no other.
She's been a go-getter all her life, very athletic, very dedicated to whatever she puts her mind in and cares to do.
There was a joke at one point that I always was on the floor more than I was standing, because I'm kind of scrappy. I think I tried to run after everything.
Tremendously coachable, never has a bad day, always came out with a smile on her face.
Emily to me was really more like polished.
Technically, Emily was a very technical, perfect player from that standpoint.
I picked up a racket probably the first time when I was 9 years old. We lived across the street from a high school, and so my dad would take me to the tennis courts across the street, early morning practices, in the evening when he came home. It was kind of our time to bond together.
It was very impressive to watch her. I mean, it was just her stroke was just so nice and just even and smooth.
Great baseline strokes. I mean, she was super polished. So yeah, I'm scrappy dappy and she's elegant.
So I knew Emily more as a student than I did as an athlete. And I just knew she was going to be something special. Just academically, I knew she was going to go on and do great things. And then watching her and Chi-Chi, watching them two play tennis, like, my gosh, Emily, you are an incredible athlete. I didn't know that.
As Emily went along, Emily was our number one player. Chi-Chi played number two. But I would put them in the postseason together as a doubles team. They complemented each other. They're kind of like two opposites and get together for one super team.
It was amazing to watch them. Both of them are very, very tall, very strong. And when you saw them together playing, especially when they would approach the net, for example, I remember always thinking, oh, wow, because it was just incredible. They had very nice communication.
Well, I think it was a match made from heaven, really, because I think they worked well with each other, even when their opponents were better players, but still the fighting spirit was what guided them through.
Both of them had a tremendous desire to compete, and they just, in their own way, it was two pieces that fit together perfectly. And for them in their sophomore year to qualify for state was a tremendous accomplishment. And I think they saw that maybe we could do something here.
Being an athlete at Walsh really showed me the importance of hard work, the importance of when things don't go the right way, when they don't go the way you wanted, how important it is to kind of pick up and keep going. Chi-Chi and I went to the state tournament our sophomore year, our junior year, and we didn't make it. We lost pretty early on in those 2 rounds, and we just kept going. We picked up and we were dedicated our senior year. We said we're going to do it this year, and it took 2 very close matches in the semis and the state finals for us to pull out a win.
I remember standing there and they lost the first set, and I always think about it as, oh, well, they made it this far, too bad. And then all of a sudden something happened, and it was just incredible to watch. It was like the combination of all the time together that they had spent together, where they really understood each other, I think, by then, and they knew exactly what each of them had to do. And it was an amazing day. I still remember that.
I think as the match ended, I don't think that Emily and Chi-Chi really realized what they had just accomplished. And it was easily one of the highlights of my coaching career. And that was at the beginning of my coaching career.
We were the first girls, to represent in that way. We were the first girls to bring home something like that. It was awesome to do it for our school, to do it for us, our families. It was awesome.
It's not easy. It's not an easy accomplishment to do, especially when you're dealing with 2 players who I think tennis wasn't their only focus. They were both tremendously gifted academically. I'm more proud of what they've done off the court than I am on the court.
Congratulations, Emily.
Congratulations, Chichi and Emily.
Estoy tan emocionada de que estás recibiendo esto, Emily. Estoy tan orgullosa, pero tan orgullosa de lo que hiciste, porque te lo mereces. Te quiero mucho.
I'm proud of both of you, and I'm proud to have been your coach.